Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Top 10 U.S. States with the Most UFO Sightings. This list was made from using information that can be found on the National UFO Reporting Center website. I'm Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and let's get into it. At number 10 is North Carolina, with to date just over 2,600 UFO sightings. Recently, many sightings have been occurring at the beaches of North Carolina. Witnesses have reported glowing orbs of light in the night skies that make erratic motions. So, if you're in North Carolina at the beach, look up and you just might see something. At number 9 on the list is Michigan, with over 2,700 UFO sightings today. Of interesting note is the year 1966. A giant wave of UFOs came in, and witnesses were reported seeing UFOs for 6 days straight, from March 14th to the 20th. Two Washtenaw County deputies, Bushrow and Foster, even made statements which I will quote right now. "This is the strangest thing that we have ever witnessed. We would not believe it if we hadn't seen it with our own eyes. These objects could move at fantastic speeds and make very sharp turns, dive and climb, and hover with great maneuverability. We have no idea what these objects were or where they could have come from. At 4:20 a.m., there were 4 of these objects flying in a line formation in a northwesterly direction. At 5:30 a.m., these objects went out of view and weren't seen again." With over 3,200 sightings to date, Ohio comes in at number 8. Out of the over 3,200 sightings, none stick out quite like the Portridge County UFO chase, which happened April 17, 1966. 2 police officers, Dale Spar and Wilbur Nuff, observed a metallic disc-shaped object flying into the skies. The 2 officers pursued after the object for half an hour, eventually crossing state lines into Pennsylvania before losing the UFO. Other officers were witnesses to the object as they joined the chase after it, and civilian witnesses claimed to see the same object during this time. Arizona lands at number 7 on the list with over 3,600 reported sightings to date. Arizona is also home to one of the most popular and widely documented sighting, which is the Phoenix Lights. Thursday, March 13th, 1997, lights in the night sky were reported by thousands of people between the times of 7:30 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. The lights were in a space of about 300 miles from the Nevada line through Phoenix to the edge of Tucson. Witnesses claim to have observed a very large V-shaped dark-moving UFO. They claim it was the size of several American football fields. The UFO produced no sound and contained 5 spherical lights. Years later, after the incident, the governor at the time, Fife Symington, came forward and admitted that he had seen a massive delta-shaped craft silently navigate over Squaw Paw. In the number 6 spot is Illinois with over 3,300 sightings to date. A more recent UFO event happened November 7, 2006 at Chicago O'Hare International Airport. At 4:16 p.m. on Tuesday, November 7, 2006, federal authorities at O'Hare International received a report that a group of 12 airport employees witnessed a metallic disc-shaped craft hovering over gate C-17. The object was first spotted by a ramp employee. The employee radioed United Airlines Flight 446's crew. The crew also saw the object. Several independent witnesses outside the airport also saw the UFO, with one stating it was blatant disc shape. In at number 5 with over 4,300 sightings to date is New York. Surprisingly, in a state with such a large population and in the number 5 spot, it's not many UFO sightings that stand out. However, there is one sighting that leads the pack. John Lennon of Beatles fame spotted a UFO on August 23, 1974. Lennon drew a sketch of the UFO for a possible album sleeve. In a radio interview, Lennon described the UFO. He says, and I quote, "Lo and behold, there was this thing hovering about 100 yards away. I saw it so close, I could have hit it with a brick. Around the bottom of it were ordinary looking light bulbs blinking on and off. Thing I noticed was there was no sound and it was maneuvering too well to be a balloon. So I just watched it for about 5 or 10 minutes and it went off down the East River." At number 4 with over 4,600 sightings to date is Texas. Just like the motto, everything is bigger in Texas, so are the UFOs. On January 8, 2008, more than 30 residents of Stephenville, Texas reported seeing a large UFO about a mile long and half a mile wide. The craft was also being chased by fighter jets. The Air Force claims to have no aircraft in the area and that people saw an illusion created by 2 commercial jets. One resident described the UFO as an arc shape converted in a vertical shape, and then it split and made 2 of them, and then these turned into just fire and it was gone. At just under 5,400 sightings to date is Washington State. Much like New York, not many sightings stand out. One incident took place around Skyline Ridge, where a witness took several photos of the mountain. In one of these photos was a UFO. The craft seemed to appear out of nowhere as it was only in a single photo. Because the craft appeared and vanished so quickly, it has given rise to the thought that there might be an alien base somewhere in the mountains. In second place, with just over 5,800 sightings to date, is Florida. One of the more unique sightings happened in Florida. In Naples, Florida, a UFO was caught on film hovering over a pool. According to Deborah Lee Thomas, who was watching the camera feed from a security camera, the object was almost saucer-like. The object went down into the pool and expanded like a web, moving back and forth. After nearly 30 minutes, the object started to disappear. Number 1 on the list has more sightings to date than number 2 and 3 combined, with a whopping 12,500. The number 1 U.S. state with the most UFO sightings is California. One of the most popular sightings out of California happened February 24, 1942. This is known as Battle of Los Angeles. From February 24th to the 25th, an aerial barrage took place over Los Angeles. Initially, the target was thought to be an attacking force from Japan, but Secretary of the Navy at the time, Frank Knox, speaking at a press conference, said it was not and called the incident a false alarm. In 1983, the Air Force said that the battle was a case of war nerves triggered by everyone's favorite excuse, a weather balloon. UFOologists say otherwise. mostly due to the picture of the craft with searchlights on it, and also there being no reports of debris from a weather balloon. Thank you guys for watching, and if you have any opinions on this list or have a suggestion for a future top 10, please let us know in the comment section below or tell us on Facebook or Twitter, and those links can be found below in the description. Thank you guys and have a good one.